everyone, this is your instructor Joy. Thank you so much for watching and thank you for all the nice comments and questions. Please feel encouraged to send me your questions. Doesn't matter how many times you send me your questions, please keep doing that. It's important for me to know that I'm being a real help to you. So we're going to talk about how to practice scales properly. In my teaching studio, when I ask my students to play scales, often a lot of violinists don't understand why we practice scale. I have to admit I'm one of the one who doesn't like to practice scale because it's kind of boring. But nevertheless, I do have to also admit it is a very great way of starting your day of practicing because it warms up your body gently and you get to play all positions, very relaxed way. But only you have to make sure that you practice the scales properly. If you don't do it properly, what you end up doing is you're starting your practicing in a tense way or with a wrong habit, which will carry on in your next piece practicing. So I'd like to show you a little about how to practice scales. No matter where you're using Elizabeth book or Carl Flesch or Savchik book, whichever scale books you have, the scales are about the same. In general rules, I know that sometimes they have a certain bow technique, like bowing, like separate bow, 2 or 3 slur, then double speed and quadruple speed, and you have to eventually speed up. The initial ideas are very good because the slow practicing are there to serve you so that you can use that one in fast playing. However, violinists has to be very careful that you don't push your tempo too early. If you push your tempo too early, if you start fast too early, then you end up practicing with a tense hand, which defeats the whole purpose. So number 1, don't get faster too quickly when playing scale. Number 2, going like ascending scale, use open strings whenever possible. Descending, when you come down, use 4th finger instead of open string, simply because by using 4th finger you're preparing your left hand coming down. Number 3, do slurs while shifting, because while shifting we tend to get tense. So while even if you want to do 2 bow slur, but then do additional 1 more note if it's shifting, or change bow before, whatever you do, while you shift, your bow has to be slurred. This will force your left hand to slide it light and smoothly, just like a slurred bow. This will force your left hand to be relaxed. Therefore, you will be in tune. And number 4, practice with a soft sound. Don't try to play too loud when playing scale, because it's not about volume, it's about being in tune, having complete control of your both arms, being completely relaxed. So play with a softly. At last, number 5, vibrate. Vibrate. I know a lot of teachers, it's changing a bit, a lot of teachers discourage students from vibrating. Vibrato, when it's properly done, it forces its left hand to be relaxed. So by making your left hand vibrate, you're forcing your left hand to be in a healthy position. So for that reason, it's important for you to vibrate, especially when you shift a note before shifting and the note right after shifting, which is a landing note, has to be vibrated in order to make sure your left hand is in a healthy position, like this. Vibrate. This one. Yeah. But notice the vibrato is not one of those crazy romantic vibrato. It's not this one. It has to be just a light fingertip, very gentle, rather just enough that you can check whether your left finger tip is light and relaxed. And another number 6, if you want to say, don't be afraid to repeat those where you have problem. For example, when you're playing scale, let's say I wasn't quite into it, then stay there. Sorry. Often, including myself, most of us have a hard time to be into it when it goes higher position. So don't try to finish the scale, but rather repeat those, like until you're completely satisfied with the intonation, the relaxation of your both hands. Yeah, and I guess it's number 7 now. Use fingerings that is easiest, meaning this pinky is the weakest finger. You are free to develop the finger muscle, but I like to use these 3 fingers when I have to shift. So instead of the 4/4, where some do, I try to avoid 4/4/4 if possible. Sometimes it is not, but if possible, I try to avoid those. So in this case, I like to do 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 again, like that. And when you come down, now slur the shifting. Same idea. If the shifting is not right, practice that one a couple more times. Okay. Make sure when you're practicing the shifting, don't practice only those 2 notes, because it has to be taken a little before, so that your hand learn how to shift the whole position, not just one finger pushing each other like this. No. Okay. Now come with a 4th finger. Very nice and light. A common mistake, which I used to do that too, some violinists tend to hold the violin too strongly. So make sure your left hand is nice and lightly touched. One way of checking whether your left hand is nice and light is while you're holding your violin, see if you can put maybe about 2 fingers between your hand and the neck, about like this. I don't know if you can see. I don't know if the camera is catching that one. About like that. Something like that. Like this. Yeah, that way you're not holding it too firmly, because this will make you play out of tune. A little like this. And then also try not to press with the index finger. Don't press it too hard with the index finger against the neck. Neither also the thumb. See, so check whether you can put your 2 fingers between your neck and your hand like this. And see if while you're playing, if you can lift up your thumb. Yeah, just to check your thumb is not pressing hard, because this often is a blockage that stops you from being able to play in tune. So check those, whether you have 2 finger room between your neck and hand, and then whether you have you're not touching against the index finger. So the index finger and the neck should be a little room too, maybe a tiny room. I don't think I can put any finger, but maybe something like that, a pinky through. And the thumb should be nice and relaxed as well. That way your left hand is nice and relaxed, so that you can adjust your left hand the way you want them to move. Yeah. Thank you for watching. please click thumbs up below and subscribe and let me know how you like this video. Thank you very much. Bye bye.